Welcome back to To Love Ru Anime Review Part 5. This is discussing the last 5 episodes of the series. The first 2 are standalone episodes. The final 3 are in fact a 3-parted and the original anime. I'm not kidding about that. It seriously did that. The 22 is the Cultural Festival episode. Yeah, it seems like almost every single anime that features a high school has to have a culture festival. Oh, and what does it have in here? Okay, so initially we have this one. I keep forgetting the woman's name. I think her name is Yuchi. I think her name is. So she comes up with the ingenious idea to have these little ideas for the culture festival, and Sarenji is like, "No, that's not a good idea. Why don't we have a mixture of ideas like cosplay, horror? Let's do it at a cafe." Okay. A lot of basically anime I watch basically generally have these things. So why not? And apparently, yeah, it's like, okay, so apparently all the girls have to put on costumes. Because of course they do. It's got to show us some fan service because the series is notorious for fan service. So we have all the characters now. Lala, apparently because, well, they know she's an alien, they take her measurements instead of basically taking off her clothes, take off the hairpin that she uses to keep her clothes on, to make her completely naked just so she can have all the measurements, and have all the girls stripped down while take off their tops while keep the bras on, and give all the measurements, including the girls basically give the measurements. Even this white woman gets measurements too. Just put on sexy cat woman, basically animal costumes. Senshi, I think her name is, the one who's rich, she's trying to do something similar. Bug Cafe. The reason why her cafe is successful? People like bugs. People love animals. So they have the guys basically cook up the food on look on tea, or the girls basically serve out the food. It proves to be a popular hit, and that's the gist of the thing. It's just pure fun, what this is. Also, this is something quite interesting, though. Darkness basically keeps popping up in the episode where she's like, keep looking for work because she's an assassin, can't find any work, and then she just shows up at school. And lucky enough that, well, the student that was going to wear this specific costume just happened to get sick, and well, they need a plenty girl with small breasts, basically to fit this costume, and Darkness fits the bill. So, put her in the main costume again, even though we just had her in the main costume, excuse me, just in the previous episode. Yep. And, yeah, that's the simple gist of that one. 23 is basically Senji's episode. It's just basically like him having a dream sequence of feudal era Japan, where he is attacked by all the women. Oh yeah, apparently all the women show up in this version in this alternate feudal Japan, where he's living in Edo. Apparently these women have no problem taking off their tops. Yeah, and like traditional female samurai, they have like tape wrapped around their chest. I'm like, okay, that's typical what women would do. And yeah, oh yeah, and by the way, the teacher's here too. She's a sumo wrestler. Yep. Which, okay, I can kind of buy it because the woman's a freaking alien. So, okay, fine. And apparently, at one point in the episode, they kind of repeat the same things over and over. Like, at one point, they repeat the same thing the previous 3 minutes. I'm not really sure why they did that for. But this episode is a nothing episode, but it's just nice to see characters in alternate setting. It really doesn't resolve anything. 24, believe it or not. Now, here's the thing about the episodes themselves. Not only 2 out of the 5 episodes are adapted from the manga. Just 22, 24, and 26. Yes, for 30, but basically this is from chapter 30. It's most of the chapter that was skipped over from a previous episode. Oh yeah, this is actually something they skipped over episode 9, where Lala's got a disease, where she wakes up and she acts completely different, where she's embarrassed because she's naked in Rito's bed, and she acts very childish, and it turns out just some reverse disease, though by the end she's completely cured. Differently than taking the manga. In manga, she's basically backing up with things to get the vaccine. In the anime, they have her go freaking nuts to kind of military dictator trying to take over the world with robots, which having the girls basically wear military attire, all show off, even Senshi basically show off his belly. And of course, Rito admits his love for her, just to basically get back normal. And then Lala's father shows up, takes her back to the ship, and she's still wearing the outfit that later she just put back on her normal attire. And she's like, okay, You had to do a contest to basically it's a follow-up to basically a previous episode. That's what this three-parter is. It's a follow-up to episode 13. Yeah, that's what this is. That's the whole point of this three-parter, is follow-up with something that was up way back in episode 13 with Rito Puris, the greatest man in the universe, by basically participating in contest just to get into a spaceship. Yep, so he just, meets with Haruna in the very next episode, and look like they're about to confess their feelings. Like, it's implied that Haruna does kind of know that Srenji has a thing for that Rito has a thing for him, but they didn't really go very far with it. So everybody comes, even the hot nurse comes by his house, which that's interesting. Imagine seeing his father come up like, "Good job, my boy. You brought home a smoking hot woman in your room." That would be something if his father. Of course, they finally bring up his parents in the series, where they mentioned. Here's the thing. Now, here's the thing about it. The mother's traveling abroad, while their father is in isolation. No, it has nothing to do with the COVID pandemic, though apparently the dub for this came out just this year. No, the reason why he's in isolation just so he can meet all his deadlines. Yes, I don't know if that was thrown in purely because the pandemic is going on recently. I have no idea why they did that, but they did. So, at least they finally brought him up in the series, because you probably think like, okay, so you have Rito, you have a sister, okay, but where are his parents? Well, apparently his father doesn't show up until the very next series. He just shows up until Mato Toru. So, then of course they have the contest. He's running. There's those explosions. Lucky enough, he gets help from the discipline woman, so gets her a lift from the nurse, and of course Senji is there. So they run for a while, and then they're stopped by a sinkhole. Lucky enough that the rich girl shows up with her helicopter. This lasts briefly, and then they're saved by darkness, and they run through what looks like the shopping district, and then they're basically all subdued. And apparently all lose their clothes because the king is a pervert. Oh yeah, and by the way, the plants they lynched first. Yeah, apparently all the guys it's implied that all the guys in this city are perverts. They're all basically gawking at seeing women in sexual positions. It's they're all fantasizing. Is it just me, or it seems like almost every single guy that pops up into the Rue, with the exception of Rito and Zetsun, are basically all freaking perverts. Which, that's not true in real life. That's wow. That's probably what the writer of the series probably fantasizes about. Let's make all the guys in this series perverts, because all the women here are smoking hot. Also, there's a brief cameo in one of the signs that all destruction going on by the magical girl who appears in the series. Who briefly appeared in episode 20, who popped in one episode, who was voiced in English dubbed by Monica Real. Awesome choice. And then, of course, after past that, then, of course, he runs, he's briefly asleep, and then, apparently, his fantasy sequence, he sees Lala completely naked, including Haruna naked, too, which, that's interesting. The two women he's actually in love with. Haruna's love a lot longer than Lala. And of course, Haruna wakes him up this fantasy. He reaches the spaceship and, okay, time to have the ceremony. And basically, you have Lala in this big poofy dress, like an alien dress. And then she calls at the wedding last minute because she can take Rito's feelings into account. So she uses a magical device to wipe away memories of her. And it doesn't work. Nope, it doesn't work at all. They all remember her, and looks like that Rito's about to follow up with basically, what he was going to say to Haruna, but he's like, no, save it for later. And, that's it. Oh yeah, in case you're curious though, this part actually is from the manga. Difference is that she did this on top of a school roof. Here, they did it on a spaceship. Yes. Also, they have a slight change location here, too. Aside from the whole, wipe memory thing. They also changed it where she revealed that she's actually back. Where in the manga, they did it on the street. In the anime, basically, back in the classroom. Okay, fine. And also, I should point out, I forgot to mention, episode 25, they have a brief reminiscence of what happened in the pilot episode of the series. When Rito first met Lala. Yep. And, well, that's the series for you. These episodes are pretty good. I would say 23 is the only one you can easily skip because you're not missing much anything. Aside from the fact you see the theme of characters in different settings acting completely different, it's really nothing there. It's just basically the pervert, the only male character series at this point, just being a pervert. Yep. But 22 is really good, and the final 3 episodes are really good as well. And I like the fact to take a little bit from the action manga itself. I think the reason why they did this because, well, maybe the people who made the Empire realized, though, that we're going to end this series. Let's end with a bang. Kind of similar when they ended My Bride is a Mermaid, with a very similar sentiment. Yeah, with that series, basically, she was also in love with the main character too, but she was also engaged to him as well. Yep. I gotta say, good episode. Good set of episodes with the episode 23. And that is pretty much the end of the original To Love Ru anime. Yeah, with episode 26, that is the end. Now, there is still a little bit more for To Love Ru. There is a 6-episode OVA series that was released a year after this one, and Mato To Love Ru. Now, To Love Ru, the OVA series, is 6 episodes. This one I'm going to cover in 2 videos, this one. Not 5 like I did with the original one. Just 2. The Mato To Love Ru, this one is 12 episodes. This one will cover in 3, covering 4 episodes apiece. And here's the thing. I don't know when the dubs will come out for these other ones, but I'm going to be watching the rest of the series all subbed. The reason? There's no other dub. I'm out of dub episodes. So, unless somehow FilmWorks releases more dub, yeah, from this point forward, watching all sub. Look how if it's not very long per se. Yeah, like the OVA series, the first one's 6, and the Darkness one, which I'm probably going to do right after I finish this one. Yeah, Darkness, the first season of the show, 12 episodes. The first OVA series, 6 episodes. The second season of To Love Ru Darkness is also 12 episodes. The first set of specials is 2 episodes. And the second OVA series is 4 episodes. Yep. But yeah, expect to see I'd say about 5 more videos for this particular main review series. Darkness, basically, when we get to, I'm just going to change it to To Love Ru Darkness. But I'm not going to change the numbering to it because it's a different series. So expect to see presumably 2 videos tomorrow for this one, plus maybe a comic corner or 2. Yep. But yeah, I had a really good time watching this series. I'm looking forward to finishing up with, well, Mato To Love Ru in the OVA series. Yep. As well, how long for, in the case of To Love Ru Darkness, I'm not sure yet. I don't know yet. But yeah, as it is right now, 5 videos to take this series. And overall, I think this one will be 10 parts. Instead of basically like my other videos, maybe about 3 or 4 videos at most. Yeah, it's a bit lengthy of a series, but it's kind of short in places here and there, so I don't think it'll take me too long to get through it. Nope. So, until you see the next video, probably tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Now, there's no Attack on Titan tomorrow because starting from last Tuesday up until tomorrow, everything is on break for a week. But expect to see a new episode review for Black Clover. And a lot of anime is going to start this week. I think this week... I believe this week is return not only Black Clover, but also ReZero. I think Fire Force resuming this week. Let's see. I think there's some other series resuming this week, so expect to see a live anime coming this week. So I'm going to be pretty busy this week, okay? Till this next video. Tomorrow with 2 more To Love Ru and Comic Corner. Bye.